Today we're going to look at the using variables assignment. And for this assignment, I went ahead and I started out by putting some comments into the processing program. And this is part B for using variables. Okay, so the first comment I put at the top is my name. So beginning today, I want you to start commenting on line 1 and putting your name. To do a comment, it's 2 forward slashes, and then you can put text after that. The IDE, when it compiles, it ignores all comments. Okay, so this is just an easy way to be able to identify your file for me. Also, when you save your files, oops, sorry, didn't mean to move it. Here across the top, you'll notice I put my name at the end of the file. I would like you to also put your name at the end of the file, and that way I don't get a whole bunch of files that all have the same name but are different students. Okay, so that's just some housekeeping stuff. So for part B, what it wanted you to do is to look at the 8 primitive data types that are associated with Java, and processing is based on the Java programming language. And there is a chart on page 2 of the Creating Programs by Using Methods, Variables, and Expressions module in the SoftChalk files. Okay, so it wants you to declare and initialize a variable of each one of these 8 types and then to print them to the screen. So I went through and I just labeled my 8 types using a comment, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So the first one we're going to do is a Boolean. So when we declare a variable, first of all, we have to give it its data type, and this type is Boolean. We need to give the variable a name. I'm just going to call this 1. Use the assignment operator, and then you need to give it a value of the appropriate type. So with the Boolean, you only get 2 choices. It's either going to be true or it's going to be false. I will make mine true, and I always end the expression with a semicolon. Now to print this to the screen, we'll use our system.out.println, open parenthesis, we'll put our variable name in there, which was 1, close the parenthesis, semicolon. When I run this, I should get true down in my console. And here at the bottom, I do have, in fact, it does say true. Okay, so now I'm ready to do my char. So my data type is char. I'm going to give it a variable name, which is 2, assignment operator. And with char, we got 26 options. And that is, actually, we don't have 26. We've got 32. No. Well, we've got all the lowercase and we've got all the uppercase. Sorry, it's, I guess, early for me. Okay, so when we do a char, we need to do an apostrophe, a letter, apostrophe, and then our semicolon. Okay, I did a W. So I'm going to go ahead and print this. So system.out.println, put in my variable name, which was 2, semicolon. I'm going to run it, and I should get true W looking down at the bottom where the console is printing. All right, for byte, a byte is a small integer between -128 and +127. So my data type is byte. I'm going to call this one 3 as my variable name, use my assignment operator, which is the equal symbol, and let's do 126 semicolon. We're going to print this to the screen, system.out.println, variable name 3, semicolon, run. And now I should get 2W126 down in my console at the bottom. Okay, so short is an integer number. It is longer than a byte. Okay, so it's an integer number between -32,768 and +32,767. Okay, so data type is short. We'll give it a variable name, which is 4, equal, let's do 2,456, semicolon. Print that to the screen. Variable name, which was 4, semicolon. Let's run it. And 2456. Yep, we're doing good here. All right, next one is an integer. An integer number is anything between 2,147,483,648. That would be a negative to a positive. 2,147,483,647. All right. So we do int as our data type, give it a variable name, I'll do 5. Assignment, give it a value, let's do 12. Semicolon. Let's print this to the screen. And variable name, which was 5, semicolon. We're going to run it. And yep, I have a 12 down in my console window. So for long, a long, this type is used when a wider range than an int is needed. Okay, we don't use long very often, but our data type is long. We'll call this one 6. And assignment operator, and we'll just do 120. And let's print this. And we'll run it. And I got 120 down my console window. So a float is a decimal number. It stores around 7 decimal digits. So float, variable name, I'll do 7, assignment operator, and we'll do 3.456, semicolon. Let's print this. And that was 7 is my variable name, semicolon, run it. And we've, interesting. Oh, hang on. So on my long, when I printed, I did a print instead of a print line. So it ran my my 6 and my 7 together. Sorry about that. Okay, yep, 3.456, perfect. And our last one is a double, and a double is generally used as a default value for decimal numbers. It stores around 16 decimal digits, and it is twice as long as our float. So double, this is 8, or variable name, I'm using 8. Assignment operator, and we'll do 4.78993. Sounds good. And we'll print it. Print line 8, and let's run it. Look down at my console window. And I did the same thing when I did my float. I forgot to put the ln at the end, so I'm going to fix that. There we go. And there you can see we've got our double. And that is all you have to do for using variables part B. So a couple things. Remember, I want you to comment with your name on line 1, and in the file name, make sure you also use your name. Thank you very much.